Good evening, everyone. It is so nice to see so many new faces and returning faces. Our associate pastor, Ms. Courtney Bowen, is going to open us with prayer.
Before I pray, let me just say, we love our play school, our teachers, we love our play school families. We're so glad that you're with us tonight for this. Um, I have a first grader now who was at play school. She still talks about it, still loves it. So y'all have a very big impact, and we just appreciate all the ways that you take care of our children. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, Lord, we give you thanks for a new program year. We give you thanks for new beginnings, new opportunities. And we pray that you would just be with our children this year, help them to learn and grow in their knowledge and love of you, as well as just as people, as students, that you would just open their hearts and minds to have them just be good explorers, good listeners, good learners, uh, so that they might enjoy all the good things that you have to offer. We pray that you would be with our teachers this year, that you would just continue to fill their hearts with love for all of the students, continue to help them to nourish and shepherd our children. And we pray, Lord, that you would also be with all of our families, our play school families this year. Just grant them everything they need. Help them to know that you are always with them, that you love them and go with them. All this we ask in your holy name, Lord. Amen. And I'm just going to do a quick plug real quick. We have a back to school worship service on Wednesday, August 20th at 6 o'clock. There's dinner beforehand at 5:15 in our fellowship hall, but then at 6 o'clock we'll have a worship service. It's going to be geared toward children. So we invite all of you to come, and we'll have, during that worship service, we will have a blessing for, it's not the first time someone's thrown something at me in the pulpit already. But during that worship service, we'll have an opportunity for a blessing of the children, blessing for teachers, administrators, and parents. So we really hope that you can join us. Again, that's Wednesday night, August the 20th at 6 o'clock. And they'll be here in the sanctuary.
Thank you so much. Okay, I believe I met most of you that are our new families during registration, but if I have not met you yet, my name is Stephanie Swims. I'm the director at Play School, and I'd like to introduce you to our teachers. I'm just going to do them in alphabetical order, so I'll tell you what class they're in as I say their name. But Miss Mary Beth Gibson is one of our pre-K teachers. Miss Jennifer Myrick is our new 2-year-old teacher. Miss Teresa Russell is going from the 2s up to pre-K this year. Melissa Sanders is in our pre-K room, and Miss April West is in our pre-K room. So this is a wonderful group of ladies, and I hope that y'all get to love them as much as I do. We do have a board that oversees the operation of Play School, and I don't believe any of my board members are here today. But those ladies are Seal Cowles, Erica McNair, Emily Taylor, Tracy Dillon, Nelda Evans, Becky Crockrell, Penny McBree, and our financial secretary, Mrs. Michelle Daniel Hall. I'm going to begin by just going over some of our policies and procedures and the way that we operate. Beginning with our Brightwheel app, that is going to be the way that we communicate with you during the school day, after school, if there's an emergency, a closure, anything like that, it's going to come through Brightwheel. So please make sure that you have your notifications turned on so it will pop up and you will see it. If your child, heaven forbid, gets hurt or they are sick or something like that, that is the way we're going to try to reach you first, and then we'll probably follow that with a phone call. But please do make sure that your notifications are turned on so you see those messages. Please go ahead and update all of your child's information in their profile. If your child does not have a picture uploaded, or if their picture is from when they were 2 and now they're 5, you could go ahead and update that. All allergies, emergency contacts, approved pickups, all of those things need to be put into the app. It's very important that anyone who is going to drop off or pick up your child has their own PIN number. They don't have to install the app. They don't have to have all of that. But you do need to put their name and their phone number into your child's profile, and that will generate a PIN. The reason that is important is because those PIN numbers are unique identifiers. So when your child is dropped off or picked up, they'll put in the PIN, they'll choose the children or child that they're checking in or checking out, and then they will sign. And that becomes a legal document. When my evaluator comes in from the state, she'll ask me sometimes to just print an example of one of those. And so it is very important that each person have their own number so that I know who the child. Don't just say, hey, use my PIN, it's blah, 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 because then it's going to pop up with your name. Just make sure that all of those people are put into the app. If you have any trouble doing that, send me a message. If you give me their information, I can put it in for you. But if the people that you know that are going to be, there's always emergencies or things like suddenly, hey, somebody's coming, and we'll take care of that at that time. But if you already know who is probably going to be doing it, make sure all those numbers are in, because I have to print a list of those numbers to have on hand. So I'd like to have all those by noon tomorrow so I can have that list ready Monday morning. It's also very important that the children are not doing the punching in of the numbers and the signing on the tablets. We're asking that the children don't touch those. If you need to get information to the teachers during the school day, there are two different options on messaging. There's one message that goes to all the teachers that everyone can see, and that is called staff and administrators, teachers and administrators, staff and administrators. That one will be seen by anyone. So if it's a message, hey, I'm coming at 2:05, and everybody needs to know it because we don't know which room your child is sleeping in right then, send that to all staff. If it's something that you just need to discuss with me privately, please send that just to administrator. Anything else about that? Okay. All right. When we get ready, or when we leave here today, I'm going to be sending you a couple of links to sign-ups on Sign Up Genius. One of those will be for SNAP, and the other one will be for parties. For SNAP, we ask parents to bring snacks for the whole class. And Miss April is going to discuss that with y'all a little bit more. But for what we ask is the first thing you do when you go in there is to find a date close to your child's birthday to send their birthday snack. Go ahead and do that one first. And then in the 2-year-old class, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll get to send snacks 7 more times. And Tuesday, Thursday has 5 more times. And that's on the Sign Up Genius. So that way it's kind of even for everybody, and everybody gets a chance to bring snacks. In pre-K, Monday, Wednesday, Friday has 2 additional slots, so that's 3 total for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And Tuesday, Thursday has 1 more slot, so that's 2 for Tuesday, Thursday. Our classes are really big this year. We're excited about that. Our enrollment is up. But we want to avoid someone not getting to bring snack all year, because in the pre-K class especially, they get to ring the bell for cleanup and for coming off the playground on the day they bring their snack. So that's really special for them. They get real excited about that. So the way I'm going to handle a few of these other things, the pre-K teachers are going to come up and tell you about pre-K policies. And then I'm going to follow that with if there's anything different in the 2-year-old class, because there are some differences between the two. A lot of them are the same. So to talk a little bit more about snack is Miss April.
As Stephanie said, each child will sign up to bring snack, and we ask that you bring 2 to 3 things, so like a fruit or vegetable and a grain. So seeds and apples, pretzels and carrot sticks, things like that. We are going to remain net-free this year, so please read labels, your granola bars, things like that. Also, a big thing, please make sure you bring enough snack for everybody. We will give children seconds if available, and they will ask for seconds. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have 26 students in pre-K. Tuesday, Thursday, we have 24 in pre-K. So just make sure you have enough for everybody and then a little extra. Snack must be prepared and ready to serve. So no individual packs, like cheese sticks, go ahead and take those out of the plastic wrapper and put them in one big Ziploc bag. It just makes it easier when we're passing out snack for 26 and 24 kids if everything is just ready to go. Let's see, fruits and vegetables need to be cut for safety and peeled, drained, etc. Mandarin oranges, they're fine, but just make sure you peel them and leave them whole and put them in a Ziploc bag. Also for gummies, take gummies out of the individual packs and put in a large Ziploc bag and then we'll pass out. Also about cheese, we prefer cheese cubes if possible instead of the cheese sticks, but cheese sticks are fine. We just prefer the cheese cubes. They're a little bit easier. The do not bring list. No icing, please. So cookies, muffins, cupcakes, please no icing. Some of the floor in the pre-K is carpet, and the icing gets all over your child, all over the carpet, and it's just messy. So no icing, please, as well as no sprinkles. No popcorn, but the popcorn, like the old pirates food, that's fine. And then again, nothing with nuts. Lastly, bring in a snack. A lot of times, parents will bring in a special birthday snack. A lot of the kids doesn't hold the fan. Just make sure that if you bring anything like that, that they're all the same flavors. So don't do half vanilla, half chocolate. Make sure we don't need options. Just and I get sad because they wanted vanilla and there's none left. As far as snack goes, the 2-year-old class, the only
Difference for twos, in the pre-K class, they drink from Dixie cups, open cups. In the 2-year-old class, we drink from sippy cups. So when you are bringing your child in the mornings, you'll need to have a cup that won't spill if it's turned over. It doesn't need to be large. Those little Good to Grows are actually perfect size for that. Make sure they're labeled, of course, so we know whose is whose. And I think that's the only thing really that's different. Please make sure that you cut your grapes into fourths. No, raisins are iffy because they are kind of a choking hazard for the twos especially. Make sure you send enough. In the 2-year-old class, there's 11 in each classroom this year. So you'll be preparing in the twos for 11 children. All right. Then we go into parties, and pre-K parties and 2-year-old parties are kind of significantly different. So I'm going to let Miss Mary Beth talk about what parties look like in the pre-K room.
This is going to seem like a lot of information, but party notes will go home generally about a month before the party. Play school parties can be a lot of fun and festive for the children, but we must have parent participation. Please be mindful when you sign up for parties, you sign up based on your schedule and when you can attend. All parents are asked to sign up for parties based on how many days your children attend school. So make a note, if your child comes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, you will need to sign up for 2 parties. Double that if you have 2 children, so four parties. Sign up for 4 parties if you have 2 children in the pre-K room. If your child comes 5 days, please sign up for 6 parties. I know that seems like a lot, but we need you. You may access the party list on Sign Up Genius. I'll briefly talk about each party so you know a little bit about what to plan and what to expect. Like April said, we do not allow any icing on any food item. It gets on our carpet and can be very messy. If you choose to provide cupcakes or muffins, please send them in plain. I know that's boring, but we just need them plain. The parent who's listed first on each party sign-up will be considered the chair of the party. This just means that you will initiate contact with the other parents on that party list. Our parties do not need to be elaborate or hard to plan, and they generally last about 30 minutes, maybe 25. The Halloween party is the first play school party. Just be creative and keep it themed, just not scary. It will be in the classroom, so the parents are responsible for decorating the tables if you choose and placing the party food on each plate. We normally drink water for snack, but if you choose to provide juice, we prefer the juice boxes with 100% juice. A themed activity can be planned just as long as it is age appropriate and doesn't take up too much time. The Thanksgiving party is a little different. It's held back in the Memorial Hall, and the teachers will take paper on the stage for the children to sit around, and the parents are responsible for any decorations and placing each food item on each child's plate. This is such a sweet time and party for the kids. Food items should represent what a Thanksgiving feast looks like. When the party sheet goes out to the parents, there will be a list of examples of those food items. The Valentine's party is similar to Halloween. It'll be in the school, in the classroom, and you can do, the children will have bags along the hallway where they can drop their Valentines in, but the party is basically the same as Halloween. The Easter party is also held in the classroom, similar to Halloween and Valentine's party. Parents will be responsible for hiding the Easter eggs, so no extra activity is needed for that party. The Bike-a-thon. We added this to our party sign-up sheet last year, and it worked great. We do not have a typical party on this day, but needs lots of parent participation and help. The kids need to help getting helmets on and getting to their vehicle. It's a very fun event, and the children learn all about St. Jude and the precious kids who need our donations. The Cinco de Mayo party is the same as the other parties. It'll be held in the classroom. I think I forgot the Christmas program. It'll be labeled Christmas party, but it's the Christmas program, which will be in the Memorial Hall. There will not be a Christmas party like Halloween and Valentine's parties. It's the program, and the people that are on that party will provide the food and drinks for everyone to share for the program. The Easter party is also held in the classroom, similar to Halloween and Valentine party. Parents will be responsible for hiding the Easter eggs, and no activity is needed for this party. So the Bike-a-thon, we went through the Bike-a-thon. Cinco de Mayo is the same as Halloween and the other parties in the classroom. The spring program is similar to the Christmas program. It's in the family hall, and it'll be held. The parents who sign up for this party will set up and clean up, and will also be responsible for providing the snacks and drinks. So just a final note, if we do not have parents attend the parties, the kids can't have a party. It'll just be a regular snack. So please sign up and attend. It's so much fun for the kids to have a party. So.
The difference for the 2-year-olds is that we don't want the parents to come. We love y'all so much, but your children don't understand why you come and then you leave again. So for the 2-year-old classes, we ask that you send the snack and the decorations, and the teachers set that up, and we'll make lots of pictures, and we'll have a grand time. But it's just really difficult for the child who doesn't understand why mama came and then she left, the child who doesn't understand why that mama came but my mama didn't come. It's hard when you're 2. So we'll save the parent involvement for the pre-K class. Again, it's the same number of parties. It's 2 for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 for Tuesday, Thursday. If you have more than one child, you double that. If your child comes 5 days a week, you need to do a lot of parties. Um, so, let's see. And like Miss Mary Beth said, with the pre-K, we discussed that if we can't have at least 4 parents that are able to come and help, that we need to just drop back on that party and just have a fun snack. Because while the parents are preparing the party, teachers are doing small group, they are doing the music and taking kids to the bathroom and all of those things, keeping the children busy. So our teachers just don't have the time to do the setup. So we got invoices last week, and I got most of them right. I did have a few I had to fix. Your due dates for payments are anytime between the 1st and the 15th. After the 15th, there is a late fee. Please let me know if you have any issues whatsoever, and we can address those. All of your statements will come through Brightwheel, at least until December. We're going to remain with Brightwheel through the end of this calendar year. We are looking at a different program that has some more features that we may switch to in January. But because of taxes and having all of your financial information for this school year and last school year, if you were here with us then, we're not going to make any changes until January. So all of your statements will come through Brightwheel. You can pay by check, you can pay by cash, you can pay online. If you choose to pay online, the fees are passed on to y'all. And the credit card fees are substantially higher than doing an automatic bank draft fee. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at that. For drop-off and pickup, our doors are going to open at 8:55, and we will have it propped open so it kind of looks closed, but you can open it yourself. And at 9:10, we will close that door, and you'll have to ring the doorbell to be let in after that. Children must be checked in and out of Brightwheel with a signature. Teachers are really not supposed to do that for you. Sometimes we have to because things happen, like computer system's down or something like that. But like I said earlier, that is a legal document for the state, so it needs to be the parent or whomever is dropping off the child doing all of that. One thing that's a little different this year, if your child comes 5 days a week, when instead of just clicking your child's name, there'll be a little drop-down box, and you will choose either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, according to what day it is. So they'll be in the right classroom. Last year, I had them all set to a homeroom, and then we had to move them over if they were here. So we've changed that to see if that will work a little bit better. Please be prompt for drop-off and dismissal. This is a learning environment and not just daycare, childcare. So if your child is coming late, they're missing part of their learning time. Please avoid arriving after 9:45 because your child has missed all of free play. They're going to be coming in and having to immediately go sit, and they're going to miss the most fun part of the day. So unless it's just an absolute emergency, please try to be here by 9:45. Any papers that are on your child's shelf in the morning, each child has a name tag and a shelf and a hook. Please take anything that's on that shelf in the morning with you. When it's left on the shelf, then the teachers have to gather it up, make sure it gets to the right child in the afternoon. Things get lost, things get misplaced. And that's where you're going to get your child's Spanish words, your party notes, your child's report cards. All of those kind of things will be out on the shelf in the morning time. So it's real important that you pick those things up and take them with you. Please don't bring any toys or loveys into the classroom. If they bring them into school, we're going to put them in their backpack as quickly as we can because they cause issues. Somebody else wants to play with it, so they lay it down and don't know where they put it. So let's just try to, once they come into our room, we have lots of materials for them, so they don't need to be bringing anything into the classroom. You must walk your child down to the restroom and wash their hands. Encourage them to go potty before they start their day if they are in the pre-K class especially. The paper towels are kind of hard to pull with wet hands, so we do ask that a parent go in and help them because it just kind of tears off and they get real frustrated. Let me see something right there. Oh, if you're going to arrive after 9:10, please send a message through Brightwheel so we'll be looking for you and listening for the doorbell because sometimes it's kind of loud and we don't hear the doorbell ring. If you need to pick your child up early, between 9 and 12, you can pick up however is convenient for you. If your child stays for lunch and rest, we ask that it's okay if your child stays through lunch, which ends about 12:30, but if you're needing to pick them up at 1, we ask you to come at 12:30 instead because once we get down for rest, we really don't like to have to be getting somebody up and getting them out the door. So for our afternoon, we ask that you either dismiss at 12:30 after they eat or at 2 o'clock when we start getting them up from rest. Actual dismissal will begin at 10 after 2. And if you need to pick your child up between 2 and 2:10, please send us a message. We'll have them ready for you. We don't mind doing that, but we want to make sure we get them up first, not last, so that they're ready for you to go. Please be at school by 2:25 so that our teachers can leave by 2:30. This year I have 4 teachers that have to pick up children at other schools, and so they need to be able to get out the door and on their way so their child's not late to be picked up either. If you are running late, please let us know so I can make sure there's someone who can stay and that we're able to reassure your child they're on their way. We know that traffic jams happen, wrecks happen, things happen, but please let us know so that we're not concerned about you. There is a charge of $1 per minute for late pickups, and chronic lateness will have to be addressed by me. If your child is staying for sack lunch, they have a spot every day. If you are a half-time student and have chosen to go home at noon, we are full for lunch. There is no more room. So if you want your child to, if you don't always stay for lunch and you need your child to stay, if you'll let me know 24 hours in advance, I may know that there's a child absent. Somebody's been out sick this week or on vacation, and I might have a spot, but we can't do just the drop-in in the morning because I can only sleep so many children and we are full. There's no more room at the end. With potty training, all of pre-K must be fully potty trained and no pull-ups. When you begin potty training in the 2-year-olds, please let us know so we can support you. We do encourage pull-ups in the beginning of potty training because it just eliminates messes and having to change clothes so often. But as you see that training is going well and you transition into underwear, just let us know so we can help you with that. We do ask that if you're using pull-ups, they have Velcro on the sides, not the just ruched ones, because it's very difficult to put those ones, it's easy to take them off. It's real hard to put them back on without completely undressing your child. As far as health concerns, children cannot come to school until there's been no fever, no vomiting, no discharge from the eyes, and no diarrhea for at least 24 hours without medication. That's to help us keep everybody healthy, especially because we are a small faculty. I can only have X number of substitutes because I have to have teachers that are qualified and prepared and know the kids and whatnot. So if I have an inordinate number of teachers who are sick, I have to close school, and I don't want to do that. So if your child is sick, please keep them at home until they're feeling better. Please don't give Tylenol before school because it's going to wear off and we're going to call you. And they're going to tell. They're going to say, Mommy gave me medicine. Every time. They always tattle on you. So as far as lunch, Miss Melissa is going to talk about what that looks like.
If your child is staying for lunch, they will need a lunchbox with their name on it, along with a spill-proof drink cup, which should also have their name on it. The cup should fit in the attached pouch of the lunchbox or inside the lunchbox. Please no carabiners. Please send foods that you know your child will eat and enjoy. Please don't send an abundance of food. Our lunch is usually about 25 minutes long, and we do not discard any uneaten food. So if their container is coming home empty, then please know that you're eating all that you have sent, and they may need more. If it's coming home full, then they may be socializing and enjoying new friendships, and they might need some encouragement from you guys to remember to eat during lunch. Everything, including Lunchables, must be opened and put into a divided container. Please send a regular size, 20-ounce or smaller, spill-proof drink cup with water, milk, or 100% clear colored fruit juice like white grape juice or apple juice. The dark colored juices tend to stain the table, so we ask that you not pack those. Please cut fruit and vegetables into bite-sized pieces, and if you're using fruit from a fruit cup, please make sure that you drain the liquid before you place it in the container. Send plastic utensils only if they need it. If you would like to send applesauce or yogurt, please send pouches.
No popsicle yogurt, I just got it.
And we will continue to be a nut-free facility. This includes peanuts and all other nuts. Please check ingredients on granola bars and other similar foods to make sure that they do not contain peanuts. And lastly, there are a few other foods that we ask you not to send. Please do not send shredded cheese. Like Mary Beth said, we eat lunch. Some of us, there's a table on the carpet, and that shredded cheese will just get smooshed into the carpet. Please don't send sauces or dips, pudding cups, Jell-O cups, pizza and nacho Lunchables, and anything with icing.
And that's all the same for the twos as well. Okay, and then for rest time, everything needs to fit into a backpack. Your child will learn to pack up for themselves, so everything needs to fit. It's like open and help me out with that. Everything needs to fit inside it easily. No big stuffed animals or big pillows, things that are hard to get inside. So you need a fitted crib sheet, and a blanket. A fitted crib sheet and a blanket is all it is required. That's what the state says we have to have for rest. So that's it. If your child needs a lovey to be more comfortable or a pacifier or something like that, that is fine, as long as it all fits in the backpack, and the same with a small pillow. Small pillow. Not the queen size one off the bed. Small pillow. There's 7 children sleeping in each classroom, so the teacher is getting up to 7 kids. And so the more that the older ones especially can do independently, the quicker we can be ready for dismissal. And that's just really important. It's also important that everything have a name on it, because even though we try really, really hard, sometimes I will pick up a stuffed animal and not remember which backpack it goes in. So please put names on everything that your child could set down somewhere. Their coat, anything that's going to come off of their body or out of their backpack should have their name on it somewhere, please. Let's see. If your child is staying for lunch and rest time, they need a full change of clothes in their backpack. Children who go home at noon need to bring a change of clothes in a Ziploc bag that's labeled, and we will keep it here at school. But everybody that's bringing a backpack just needs to have that change of clothes in their backpacks. That keeps us from having to store so much, and it makes it a lot quicker to find which one belongs to which child if we need to change their clothes. We will remind you to switch out around November and then again in March as the weather changes, because we don't want to have to put your child in a long sleeve sweatshirt in March when they need to change your clothes. Speaking of clothing, please make sure that it is appropriate for the weather. We will go outside every day that we are able. We can't go outside when the heat index is too high, or if the wind chill is too cold, or if it's raining, obviously. Those days we'll go into the gym. But we try to go outside every day. So make sure your child, if it's one of those days that's a little chilly in the morning, but it's going to warm up later, maybe short sleeves, but a sweater, because I'm not sure what it's going to feel like by the time we go outside. Play clothes are best because we are going to get dirty. Our playground has the rubber mulch that is recycled tires, so those are kind of grimy. They run and stomp and play and paint and do all the things, and so their clothes are going to come home looking like they've had a good time. In all of our classes, please no belts. In the pre-K class, no one-piece outfits or anything they can't do in the bathroom independently. Children in diapers should be either in two pieces or have snaps so that we don't have to completely undress your child to get them changed. Girls should wear shorts under their dresses, and dresses should not be overly frilly or long for safety reasons, and they also tend to drop into the potty if they're a little bit long. Shoes should be closed-toed. We really discourage wearing jewelry, especially necklaces, because they can get caught and cause choking. And no costumes, high heels, those kinds of things, because they're just not safe at school, especially when they're trying to climb up the slide or up the monkey bars. We just want them to be as safe as possible. Specifically for the twos, all 2-year-olds will bring a backpack. If you're in pre-K and you go home at noon, you don't need a backpack at school. But all of the twos need them because they have to bring their cup and they have to bring their diapers. So if we're in the 2-year-old room, their change of clothes will also be in that backpack, similar to a diaper bag as far as what needs to be in it. Make sure everything is labeled. When you arrive in the morning, children who are staying for lunch will need 2 diapers put into a basket for us. You probably want to have some extras in the backpack in case they go through those 2. Half-day students just need 1 because we will change diapers around 10:30, but have extras in the backpack in case we need more changing. All the 2s need a spill proof cup for snack, and there's a basket on the shelf where you put those for us as well. That is separate from their lunch cup, so they will need 2 cups. And what I thought we would do now is look through those packets of papers so I can tell you what you have. So if you'll start with the one for enrollment, I ask that you bring these back to me on the first day of school if at all possible, definitely by the end of the week so I can get everything filed and put away. You'll fill out your enrollment application, very similar to what you did online, but the state requires me to have a hard copy and a file, so I have to write it all down again. Same with the tuition contract. And then your child's health history and emergency information. Then there is notification of the fact that the Department of Health encourages you to get your child a flu shot. Insurance information. Some information about personal safety. It really only applies to the pre-K class, but I just put it in every packet because it was easier. But we are required to teach a personal safety curriculum, and you will hear more about that in February when we actually teach the class. Ms. April teaches it in just her whole group, and it's just a series of stories. It's nothing very in-depth or provocative in any way. But it's only for our 4-year-olds. The children who are still 3 in February, I will contact parents to see if you want them to go ahead and participate or if you prefer that they opt out. But it is required for our 4-year-old children. Then there is the photo release form, which gives you options of whether or not to have your child's picture published. Speaking of pictures, we will share a lot of pictures through Brightwheel. Some of those pictures will be just your child, or just, your child. A lot of them will be group pictures. If you choose to share a group picture anywhere else, please cover the other children's faces, just for safety. Because we don't know everyone's circumstances, we don't know everybody's personal preferences. And if it becomes an issue, then I will have to just quit sharing pictures, and I don't want that to happen. So please be mindful of other children in any pictures that you may see from school. And then there is a sign-off sheet for documentation. And it says that you got the handbook. It is shared when you register. It is also shared in the paperwork tab of your app for you to be able to look through. And the licensing summary of DHS rules for child care centers are also shared in that tab. So you have access to both of those at any time if you need to look over them. So this is the packet that comes back to me, along with your child's shot record. If your child was here last year, I will look back through those records and see if there's anyone who needs to get shots updated. If you are new, I need your shot record by the day after Labor Day. So that gives you a couple of weeks if you don't have it already. But I do have to have those shot records in my hand. So in the other packet, you have your calendar for the year with all of the important dates. The only date that is incorrect is summer fun. I think it's the 18th through the 22nd instead of a Tuesday through Saturday. But that's in May, so we'll talk about that later. Then I gave you a monthly overview of the things that will be happening and what you may need. So for instance, in September, I'm going to be giving you some information about an All About Me project, and we're going to have Red Day where your child will wear red. So you can look through there and kind of see, so you can plan ahead. If you see something on sale that you want or something like that, you'll know what they need before the day before. You have the guidelines for sack lunch and for rest time. And you have information from the state on what a child's meal should look like. But like Ms. Melissa said, please send things your child will eat. We are not judging you based on your child's lunch. It does not need to look gourmet and be a Pinterest-ready box if they will eat it. Because you can send all the green peas you want to, but if they don't eat it, it's not doing any good to anybody. So please send food that they enjoy and will eat happily. Then there's the information about the flu that goes along with the page that you sign about flu shots. And then we do ask if you see something on sale that you maybe pick up a little bit extra for school, because occasionally a family forgets to bring snack that day or they're sick or something happens. So we try to have some extras in the closet, in the cabinet, that we can just pull out if we need to, or if a child just will not eat anything that's been brought for snack that day, we have an option to grab for them, something like that. And this one is yours to keep. So, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, good job. Miss Mary Beth did remind me, please avoid candy in your lunch boxes. Like 8 Hershey's Kiss, maybe they don't need a whole packet of Skittles. I mean, especially nothing hard or, a chocolate chip cookie instead of the chocolate bar would be preferred. So I gave you a whole bunch of information. Whole bunch. Do you have questions? And if you do, I will come to you with the microphone. There we go. All the children, eat snack in about 10, 10, 45. About 10, 45. So every child will eat snack. I will send a link in your home, and you can get an online program, and you just pick the ones that you want. Yes. Yes. The snack, the snack list is one sign up for Monday through Friday and Tuesday, Thursday. So make sure you choose a Monday through Friday or Tuesday, Thursday. The party lists are separated by what day is on. But the snack list is just one big list, so just talk about Monday through Friday or Tuesday, Thursday. It's on the sign up sheet. And I can't tell you
What was the question?
Yeah, outside of when you click on the link and it opens up, there's different, the information about how many you should choose and whatnot is all there too. You can read it. That'll do it for you. I'm doing a really good advantage of it. Here we go.
So pre-K, that is not staying for lunchtime, we need that tomorrow.
Pre-K kids that come home at lunch don't make anything but themselves, a jacket, a good shirt. That's just one more thing that I'm going to say. What about the books? What am I saying about those?
Where do we put them?
They're out there on the bench.
Yes, we have.
Okay. As you are leaving, we have a box and a basket full of books that we had duplicates of. If you would like to look through those and choose some to take home with you for your child, you're welcome to do so. If there are no other questions, I will see y'all Monday or Tuesday. Thank you all so much for coming.